All right, so taking a look at question 13, it says Scott has 56 toy cars to put on 7 shelves. He puts the same number of toy cars on each shelf. Select 2 number sentences that Scott could have used to find the number of toy cars he put on each shelf. All right, so we have a key word here, and that means select 2 answers. So we're not just going to select one, we are going to select 2 answer choices here. So by looking at this, it already pretty much tells you that Scott has 56 toy cars. So what do we notice here? We notice that we already have a total. And he put those toy cars on 7 shelves. So he put them on the shelves, which means he split the toy cars up. Okay? It says he put the same number of cars on each shelf. The question is really asking you which number sentence could you use to find the number of toy cars he put on each. So we notice that there's each at the end here. Okay, so we're looking for the number. In this case, remember I told you in each has to be associated with division. If you already have the number of each, then that means you're going to multiply. Okay, and our word problem starts with the total, so this is a hat problem. Okay, hat means you have a total, and the 2 operations you use are division and subtraction. So let's look at our answer choices here and see what would match. Okay, so if you have a total of 56, this is what you're starting with. Okay, and you're going to split them up by 7. Okay, remember that word was split. All right, I do know that 56 divided by 7, if I were to do my multiples of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. All right. So how many numbers did I write in total? In total, I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know that 56 divided by 7 is 8. So I do know that A in this case would be correct. All right, so what they're wanting to do with the rest of the answer choices, I know that B is incorrect because I've already used my division sentence. So now we got to figure out which multiplication sentence it is. And if you were to use multiplication to relate to division, essentially all you would have to do is use these 2 factors here to get your total. So it could be 7 times 8 equals 56 because that ranges in the same fact family tree. So the answer would also be C. D is incorrect because 7 times 8 is 56, not 6. All right. So looking at question number 14, this says a classroom contains 7 rows of chairs with 4 chairs per row. Okay. On parents' night, the classroom had twice as many chairs. Which number sentence can be used to find the number of chairs in the classroom on parents' night? All right. So it already tells us that it has 7 rows. Okay, remember when you see that word rows, you're going to associate that with multiplication here. So I'm going to start making my equation. Okay, it says 7 rows of chairs with 4 chairs per row. Remember that word per also means multiplication. So we have 7 times 4 here. Remember, we're trying to see how many chairs we have. However, on parents' night, the classroom had twice as many. Remember, when you see this word twice, you want to associate this with times 2. Okay, so twice as many chairs. Okay, so we're going to do times 2. Now we're trying to look for the total number of chairs, and if you can see, our equation would be this here. All right, so they gave you 3 different multiplication keys here to help you determine that we are multiplying. All right, taking a look at question 15. So this is a data analysis question. It says the picture below shows a drawer with different colored pens. The bar graph correctly shows the number of each pen the color has in the drawer. All right, so what we're going to do before we start choosing anything is we're going to work with the model that we're given here. So taking a look, we're going to write down each color that we see and writing down how many times we see it. So the first color I see is blue. So let's write down how many blues I see. Okay. I see blue 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see blue 4 times. All right. The second color that I see is black. So now let's see how many black I have. I have 1, 2, 3. So black will be 3. And then lastly, I have red. So now let's see how many red pens I have. I have 1 red pen. All right, so I'm just double checking, make sure everything is crossed out. Everything is. So now we can use our key that we made to figure out which bar graph represents our key. All right, so blue is 4. By looking at this one is wrong because blue is not 3. That's where it stopped at. A is wrong. All right, and we're looking for 4, 3, and 1 here. All right, so by looking at this, I can see B has 4, 2, and 2. This one is wrong. Remember, our key says 4, 3, and 1. All right, now looking at C, 4. Remember, I'm just going up, stops at 3, and red goes up and it stops on the 1 line. So 4, 3, 1. This one could be correct, but we have to take a look at D. Blue is 4, 2, and 3. That's where it stops, is at 3. So this one is wrong. So the answer choice in this case would be C. All right. Taking a look at the next question here. It says the announcer at a rodeo stated that the attendance for the day was the sum of 10,000s, 6,800s, 7 ones. How is this attendance written in standard form? All right, so the best thing you could do here is write down what you see and add them up. Because remember, place value, you're finding the sum, especially in expanded form. So if I have 10,000, so write down 10,000, 10,000, okay? Write down 6,800s, okay? So 6,800, all right? And 7 ones. So now write down 7 ones and add this up. And I promise you, you're going to get the answer that you're looking for here. All right, so 0 plus 0 plus 7 is going to be 7. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 8 is 8. Bring down 0 plus 6 is 6. And then bring down this 1. And we have our answer of 16,807. That is our answer choice. So with this question, you want to make sure that if you get something like this, because a lot of students are going to be tempted to write down the answer is 10,000, 68.7. That is not going to be the case. You want to make sure that in a question like this, you are just adding up what it is that it's telling you to add up. All right, addition is a great way, essentially just by writing it down, because you know what 10,000 looks like, you know what 6,800 looks like, and you know what 7 ones look like. Just add up all the numbers, then you get your answer. All right. And moving on to this question, it says, which of the following could be an example of a long-term savings goal? All right, so you want to save money for the long term. You want to save money for what's important, not for what's temporary. When we talk about things that's important, that's like buying a house, buying a car, buying anything that's going to make you financially stable, that's going to provide you income, not something that you want. You got to understand the difference between a need and a want. Okay, this is how you survive. You want to spend your money wisely. Okay, so let's take a look at the first answer choice. It says saving to buy an iPhone and AirPods. Do you need an iPhone or do you want an iPhone and AirPods? This is a want. Okay, it says buying a Tesla because your friend has one. Do you need a Tesla or do you want a Tesla? Any car will work. You don't need a Tesla. Okay, this is a want. Okay, this one says buying a house at the appropriate age level with good credit. Okay, you want to buy a house at the appropriate age level, which means at this point you got to be grown, and you should already know that this is your key here. You have to have good credit. Without good credit, you will not be able to buy that house. Okay, this is a need. You need a house to survive. You need a roof over your head. And then this one says saving to buy a Chipotle after school. That is a want. So which one is the only need here? The answer is C.